All right, enough of that jibba jabba. Enough of that. It is Friday morning. Christian Ballard here with Ballard Sports Media. Not going to drop the link this morning. I am live for you here on BSM Network, and haven't used that term in a while, but I like it. This is always going to be Ballard Sports Media. Anyway, good morning. Happy Friday. Hope everyone had an amazing Christmas. Hope everyone's looking forward to the new year. Hope you got some good food planned for maybe a college football tailgate or whatever. So got to work today, and tomorrow something amazing is happening. And if you follow me and you're friends with me on Facebook, uh, you will see why I didn't stream any of the games on Saturday. You'll see that very soon. But want to look at the college football playoff bracket because we are about 4 days away from the first quarterfinal with Penn State and Boise State. And then which it still doesn't make sense to me. Like, I guess it makes sense how the playoff works, but the only thing that I don't get is this. You have 4 games coming up. You have 4 games, but only one is on New Year's Eve. Okay, I can understand that. I know they got all these other bowl games too, but why are you doing 3 of the playoff games on one day and only one the day before? I don't know. It is what it is. We're fixing to cut it down to 2 playoff games and then obviously the national title. It's going to be good. Looking forward to it. Ballard, check your DMs. Y'all Bama fans are funny. Look what they got me for Christmas. I'll check it out. You probably sent it on Facebook. Let me see what you sent me. Unless you sent it to me on what'd you say? Did you send it on Facebook Messenger? Oh yeah, let me see this. Let me watch this. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Can I full screen this? This is hilarious. Look at this. Is that you, Octavian? Can I screen share this? Oh my gosh. Look at this. That's Octavian. Roll Tide, Octavian. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the Bama Club. That's funny, man. Good for you, though, man. I hope you enjoy it. For real. You probably won't as a Gator fan. He said his coworkers got him that trying to be funny. Got him a Alabama hat. What's up, Dominic? Good to see you, man. Good morning. Good Friday morning to everybody. So I got to be at work at 1 Central Time today, which I probably could use some more rest, but I was so excited to get up this morning. Number one, I thought it was already Saturday. Then I checked my phone, it said it was Friday. And then I was disappointed because of playoff games. Yeah, that's the reason. We'll go with that. So, um, like I said, if you follow me on Facebook or you're friends with me, you'll find out why I'm excited for Saturday soon. We won't talk about it, but no, I won't be live tomorrow. And I probably won't be live other than this here today because I got to be at work at 1. We'll do like a marathon on, I got to work till about 7 or so on New Year's Eve, but we have 3 games. We'll try to do a playoff marathon if we can on New Year's Day. I'll be off then. And I think I know I want to do the Peach Bowl at noon. I might skip the Rose Bowl, but I'll definitely try to do the Sugar Bowl. Does that make sense? I hope we're all on the same page. Yeah, I could drop the link a little bit if, uh, or a little bit. I could drop it in general. I don't even need to post half the link. I need to drop the whole link. I don't care if you joined, Dominic. I hope you had a good Christmas, man. So let me pull up the bracket real quick. Hop in the back room, Dominic, if you want to join. I'll get you on here in a second. But so here's our bracket. Obviously, you look back at the first round of the playoffs, and you had Texas, a good game, and Clemson was able to keep it close up until basically the fourth and final quarter, and Texas just wouldn't go away, and Clemson ran out of gas in the tank. So Texas is going to play Arizona State. Arizona State got the bye. They won the Big 12. Cool, good for them. Yay. They followed the rules. They won their conference. I don't think that's going to be a close game. It could be. It could surprise us. I just personally don't think that. Ohio State blew out Tennessee. Honestly, I'm surprised it's a blowout. I thought it would be more of a shootout, but they did the job and they face Oregon again, this time in the Rose Bowl. And everything's setting up, I think. I don't know who it's going to set up to be in the championship. Penn State blows through SMU and they face Boise State. I kind of expect Penn State to win that game, but Boise State's good. Boise State's good. This is the game here. I understand this. Favoring Georgia by 2. I think it was like 3.5 the other day. So maybe it's come down, or maybe it was like 1.5 and it went up. I don't know, but it was not 2 the other day. Notre Dame a 7 seed. Again, you keep your seeding throughout the playoffs. So you keep your seeding, you keep like your ranking and everything like that. But Notre Dame, Georgia, I got you back there, Dominic. Just hold tight, bud. So these are your quarterfinals. Of these, which is going to be the best game? The Rose Bowl, like it usually is, or the Sugar Bowl, I think. I don't see Boise State competing with Penn State that well. I just don't. Think Penn State's on a mission. They're going to get to the Orange Bowl. That's where they're going to fall. Or are they? What if Georgia, we don't know completely, at least last time I checked, Carson Beck's status for the Sugar Bowl. Last time I checked, I mean, they were saying he could be out for a long time for the rest of the season, and he might just have to go to the draft or something. But I don't know. I got to hear from this guy here. What's up, Dominic? Do you have a good Christmas?
I sure did. I got 3 Christmas gifts. Mind if I show them?
Sure.
The first one is a Ty Gibbs NASCAR t-shirt with his number on it, 54.
Nice.
Yep, and I got 2 new video games. Let me grab them really quick. I'm a big
All right.
sorry. How you doing today, Ballard? Did you have a good Christmas, man?
I did. I didn't get too much, but I got to the big gift was going to Florida to see my parents, which was really
Awesome.
cool.
So here are the 2 games I got. NASCAR 15 with Jeff
All
Gordon
right.
on the cover.
Yes.
Yes, this is Jeff Gordon. He's still around in NASCAR, but he's the chairman for Hendrick Motorsports now. So, yeah.
Okay.
And the other one is Sonic Unleashed. Check this bad boy out.
I loved Sonic growing up. I did. And it was something special when we got to play that game.
This game in particular,
No, it was just called Sonic the Hedgehog. It was like the first Xbox 360 one they released for Sonic, I think. Sonic
oh,
Unleashed, I never played it, but it
you
was a
should,
fun game as
man.
a kid.
You should give it a try. I heard it's really good. Trust me.
Is it?
Yes, it
Cool.
is. Man. But anyways, how you doing today?
I'm good, man. I'm excited for these matchups here.
Let's see what we
I'll throw
got.
this. Yeah. So we're in the quarterfinals now. I was kind of talking, like, what do you think as far as these games, man? Because honestly, if it's up to me, or well, not like up to me, but I think you're looking at the Rose and the Sugar, which are the two main bowl games that I love. They're not the semifinals, but they're always historically good and have been played for championships and stuff. But I think Georgia, Notre Dame, and I think Ohio State, Oregon are going to be the close games. I think Penn State could ruin Boise State. And honestly, I don't think Arizona State belongs, but they did what they had to do in the Big 12. And I think Texas is just going to walk in there in Atlanta on New Year's and
Yeah.
just ruin Arizona State's season.
Yeah. And speaking of Carson Beck, I actually have an update on his status.
You got an update? Let's hear it.
He is done for the rest of the playoffs. He will not be in the playoffs for the remainder of the season.
He's not playing the rest of the year if Georgia keeps going?
That would be correct, my good sir.
Yep, I'm seeing that. And it is new look, Georgia Bulldogs behind quarterback Gunnar Stockton. So Gunnar Stockton will replace Carson Beck. And I don't know if that's necessarily a bad thing, but I don't think it's a great thing. I do think Gunnar Stockton is talented, but I don't know. It's kind of one of those things with me. Like when you look at Carson Beck, is this? Let me take this off the screen. I might have to clip this segment later, but
that's what she said.
Save it for a different show. Let's keep it clean for the audience.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
Anyway, go ahead.
Here's how I view this Georgia Notre Dame Sugar Bowl is this. Carson Beck's out. Carson Beck's done. And when you lose your leader of your offense, it hurts. It really does.
Yes.
But at the same time, he's also kind of hurt your offense in ways with his interceptions and his mistakes. And I'm not trying to say any of that to put him down. I love Carson Beck, and I think that hopefully he can work out on the next level. But now you have to prepare for a Notre Dame team that's on fire, that's coming off a big win, that's coming into this Sugar Bowl matchup. And their defense is spot on. I love what Marcus Freeman has had for Notre Dame. I love the game against Indiana. It was close for a little while, and Notre Dame started to come back for a bit, and ultimately Notre Dame wins by 10. The game favors Georgia by 2 points, which I could get that, but there's a reason it's that low. But then you got to look at the matchup predictor that says Notre Dame has about a 53.5% chance to win. So who's really favored here? Riley Leonard and then Jeremiah Love, or whoever's that quarterback for Georgia and Nate Frazier and Arian Smith. I mean, Georgia's 11-2. Won the SEC, beat Texas twice. One of their losses is Alabama. One of them's Ole Miss. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But then you got Notre Dame, who has been so red hot this year since losing in week 2 or 3 to Northern Illinois. And they still made the playoffs even with a terrible loss like that. But Northern Illinois has done whatever they've done this year, and Notre Dame's just looked so good against everybody they play. And this is a big game. Who needs it more? Does Georgia need to get back on top of college football today? I don't think so. I think Notre Dame has the momentum going into this Sugar Bowl. And I know I've been on record to hate on Georgia sometimes. I'm not hating on Georgia. If they win, they win. I don't care. But I'm going to say this. Notre Dame needs this. If they win this and they make the semifinals, they've done it before, yeah. But they go into that Orange Bowl saying, we beat Indiana and then we beat Georgia. They say that, and they'll play either Penn State or Boise State. And I don't – we can talk about that game a little bit later. I don't know who could stop Notre Dame until maybe the championship when they face a Ohio State, a Oregon, a Texas, or Arizona State, whoever ends up winning the Cotton Bowl. What do you think?
Man, that's actually a tough question. But looking at the bracket right now, I'd say Notre Dame makes it to the national championship and faces either Arizona State or Oregon. Those are my 2 picks.
I could see that. I could easily see that. Kinda, I say easily not to be a jerk here about Georgia, because they do have to get past Georgia. And again, like I said, it's it favors the dogs, as it probably should. But
Yeah.
it's only 2 points, like, that's not even a field goal, so they're not even a field goal confident that Georgia could win this game. They're, "Hey, maybe just a defensive stop." I really believe I gotta believe, man, that if Georgia wins this, it's because Notre Dame got left on the bus and didn't show up. You know what I mean? Like, it's
Yeah.
because of that. Other than that, Notre Dame, if they show up, they're gonna win this Sugar Bowl, and I haven't really heard from Georgia fans about the Sugar Bowl matchup. Uh, I don't know how they're feeling, man. Like, are they confident they can win this game? I don't know.
Yeah. Speaking of Georgia fans, I wonder how Uncle Lou is feeling about this game. What do you think?
I don't know. He's probably he made a video the other day saying Notre Dame beat Indiana gets the privilege to lose to Georgia. So I don't know, man.
I'm guessing he's feeling a little confident, but I'm not sure. I'll have to see that video when I get a minute. Man. But yeah.
Let's see what other bowl games we got. We got some today, I think.
Yeah.
Let's just go
And
to schedule
speaking of
here.
Northern Illinois, they won in double overtime against Fresno State in the Potato Bowl, as you could see.
No, but did you watch this? Did you watch the Hawaii Bowl with 5 overtimes? And then did you see Pitt and Toledo in 6? What's going on this year, man?
I actually did watch the Hawaii Bowl, but I did not watch the Game Above Sports Bowl.
Huh?
Yeah. I did see the 68 Ventures Bowl, though. That was a pretty good game.
Yeah. Today we got some good ones. Again, I got to go to work this afternoon. I'll catch a little bit of this one. Oklahoma Navy. I got to see the line on this. What is this? Not. It opened at -9 for Oklahoma. Now it's only 2.5. That's a big drop.
Yeah, literally.
They must took a pencil and wrote -9 and then said, "No, no, 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 don't do that." And they erased it.
I like the way you
They
said that.
submitted they submitted it and then they're like, "No, what are we doing? It's Oklahoma."
Yeah.
Like, Navy's a good team. Navy's a really good team.
Yeah, they really
I look
are.
at this game, I think the way Navy runs their offense is what's gonna keep them in the game. I love the Oklahoma defense. Obviously, we saw it against Alabama and how it showed up, and how even though you could still say like, "Oh, well, Alabama just didn't get off the bus that day" or something like that. I don't know, but Oklahoma has showed in that game that they can play a good defense. I just think the way Navy runs what they run, it's kind of I guess they've kind of transitioned their offense. They're typically like this triple option. And I think I've seen them run that a couple times this year, but they just get to the line and they hurry up so fast that they get a playoff that nobody's been able to really keep up with them defensively, other than a couple different teams. So I look at Oklahoma and Navy and I say, I gotta watch this Armed Forces Bowl. And
Yeah.
then you look at some of these other games. Birmingham Bowl is always special here in Alabama. Protective Stadium in Birmingham, home of my UAB Blazers. By the
Yes.
way, I got
Yes.
in a few months ago. So
Wait, you
uh,
got into UAB?
I did. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, man. I'm excited. I'll go next fall probably. I'm supposed to, so
Wow. Congratulations, man. Hats off to
yeah.
you. Congrats.
Check out the Birmingham Bowl though. So
Oh,
Georgia
I
Tech and
will.
Vandy. I think this will be a good game. I
Oh
really
yeah,
do.
man.
Like, so you got Haynes King, you got Diego Pavia. It opened at 2.5. It's now 3 points. They love Georgia Tech. I'm not sleeping on Vanderbilt, man. They were able to pull off one of the weirdest upsets in history the other day or a few weeks ago. I say the other day. I'm so dumb there. Anyway, they got Alabama. That's important.
Yeah,
Like, I know Alabama's had their ups and downs, and maybe you could say, well, that was just one of those weird fluky wins. I
yeah,
think Vanderbilt's special. I really do, man, because Diego Pavia is something else. He can run, he can play mismatch with you, he can throw on the run, he can do it all. And we haven't
yeah,
seen that in a quarterback at Vanderbilt in a long time. I
yeah,
don't
man.
know exactly where he came from, but I don't even know if he's coming back next year or what his eligibility is, but he's good, man. He's got 17 touchdowns, as you see. He's got 4 picks. He's got over 2,000 yards, and it's not even close between him and Haynes King on yardage. Uh,
Oh yeah,
but he,
not even close.
listen to this. On the year, they think about it. They played 12 games. They've won 6. They went 6-6. Diego Pavia is a stud so much. He carried the ball 176 times for 716 yards and 6 touchdowns. That's good.
Guy's a beast.
He's good, man. Like, I get if you want to favor Tech by 3 and shout out to Sea Dog and Rec Talk, but Vandy's no joke, man. They're a beast and they're a mean machine in black and gold. And I would be careful playing this team coming up at 2:30. When is
Yeah,
this? This is today. So I would be careful, man. Vandy, I'm locking them in on my picks.
man. In my opinion, if I would have to pick ball game of the year, in my opinion, I would choose the Birmingham Bowl between the Yellow Jackets and the Commodores.
Well, it might be game of the year because of how good these offenses are. I mean, you don't know how high scoring this is going to be. You don't know if these defenses will show up. You probably won't see much defense. I would expect this high scoring. I'm going to take Vandy to win, though. I'm going to say a big high scoring fest. I'm going to say 54-52. I'm going to say a big offensive showdown, and I'm going to take Vanderbilt to win, maybe by a
Yeah.
field goal or a late stop, because you could always get a late stop at the end where Georgia Tech just didn't have enough. But I don't know, man. I see really good offenses here, and I don't see Vandy coming in as a defensive threat, nor Georgia Tech. It's
Yeah.
like this, okay? Vandy has Diego Pavia. It's going to be hard to stop him. Not that Georgia can't, not that these defenses can't stop each other, but I mean, when you're playing in an offensive era of football, and I say this all the time, offense is going
Yeah.
to win you games today. It's not the whole defense wins championships. I still believe in that, but I think it's fading a little bit. And I think offenses are what's going to win you big time football games like this. And I think both teams got it. But Diego
Oh,
Pavia is something special, man. He's something special, and I'll take him in a heartbeat over Haynes King.
yeah. Diego Pavia was a transfer from, I think it was either New Mexico or San Diego State. One of those two. I'm not sure. I could be
I think it
wrong.
was New Mexico State.
I believe it was New Mexico State. I believe it was Ballard. You just corrected
Yeah,
me. Thanks.
let's see.
I believe it was New Mexico State.
Yeah, maybe.
And he actually looked pretty good with New Mexico State. He was pretty good with the Aggies,
Was
I
he
will admit.
not with them when they beat Auburn last year?
I believe he was.
I think he was.
Which, by the way, upset of the season last year.
Was that one? I think so.
Yes, Auburn fans were talking so much trash before that game, and yet look at what happened.
I mean, they hyped themselves up over New Mexico State, dude. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
Like, just go out and play the game. But no, you talked
exactly.
your trash. You talked your trash. I don't know, man.
I mean, you talk a little trash as a Bama fan, right?
I have every right to. I'm a Bama fan.
I
Just
know.
saying.
I know. I mean, I'm a Virginia fan, and I don't talk a lot of trash, but I tend to do that uh, on some occasions. But, anyways,
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's see. There's
But
some really good
yeah,
games out there. South
yeah,
Carolina, Illinois.
yeah. But I'm gonna hop off and get ready for the Holiday Bowl, which I will be watching. So I'll see you, Ballard.
All right. Cool, man. Keep in touch, and I hope you had a great Christmas, and I hope you have a great New Year, too.
Heck yeah, man. God bless you, bro.
God bless.
See ya.
See ya. All right. That was Dominic, everybody. Anyone's welcome to join. We got a couple people watching, talking up the CFP quarterfinals and some bowl games. But again, if I had to lock in my picks, now that we know what we're getting in these matchups, let's go back and look at the Bowl Mania. So I think Penn State, a lot of people pick Boise State. I get that. Neutral site at the Fiesta Bowl. Uh, I can't sleep on Penn State. I just can't. For my grandparents' sake, win this game. I think it's almost a 50-50. It looks like it. Only 47% have picked the Nittany Lions. 53 have picked the Broncos. What's up, Millis? Good to see you. Lawn Tractor Life. Another game, Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. Is anybody picking Arizona State? 20% have. 20% have. I'm taking Texas. Ohio State, rematch with Oregon. It's hard to beat the same team twice. Not if you're Oregon. Oregon's going to win this game handily. Well, I say handily. It's going to be a little bit of a challenge. Number 1 versus number 8. Give me the Ducks. They look good against Penn State. They're going to look good against Ohio State the second time this year. They're going to look good. That's on Wednesday. Uh, I want to pick Notre Dame, but Georgia, I don't know. I think Notre Dame's on a roll this year. I might change that. I think I had picked Georgia just to begin with because we didn't know who they were going to face in the quarterfinal. I'm going to be one of the 17%, though. I think I'm going to go Notre Dame. I think. Let me go back to my bracket challenge. Let me see this. We got Georgia winning it all, but Georgia's like down a few. I can't even change the bracket. I can't even change the bracket. Who did I pick on the Penn State one I did? Let's go with that. Oh, I still pick Georgia in this. I don't know. I'll go for Bowl Mania here and say Notre Dame. Because either way, I'm going to be right about Georgia in the bracket, or I'm going to be right about Notre Dame in the Bowl Mania. Ole Miss and Duke. Oh my gosh, that's going to be a barn burner. Give me Ole Miss. Texas State, North Texas. I I really don't know, but I'll take the favored, I guess. Uh, Virginia Tech and Minnesota and the Mayo Bowl. That's a tough one to call. I might go Big Ten here though. I might go Big Ten. Liberty, yeah. And then the semifinal winners we don't even know yet. I mean, it's probably going to end up being Penn State, Notre Dame, based on what we've picked. And then Oregon and Texas. That's good. And then the championship winner, again, these will update as we get the semifinals. That's what's going to happen. These will update on the Bowl Mania picks, and we'll know who's facing who. And again, well, the good thing is they don't lock until game time. So it's not like we got to have them picked now. We'll come back and update these as we get the matchup set. I think you get a lot of points if you pick the Natty, right? But I'm not sure. So there's that. So I did make a video the other day, whether y'all agree or not. I could see some upsets. I could see anything happening, but I think the reality of the college football playoff is that route two won't be as different. Um, I mean, maybe it is because I know a lot of people were upset about the blowouts in round one. I get that. Like you had, I mean, especially that Ohio State Tennessee game, we thought it would be a shootout. Those were home games. Now you look at Saturday, or no, not Saturday. I'm sorry. You look at New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. I say this. I said it in the video the other day. I could see Notre Dame playing Georgia close and winning. I could see Penn State blowing out Boise, Texas blowing out Arizona State. Like, literally, you're 50-50 with these games. You got 4 of them in the playoffs, and 2 are gonna be close. Ohio State, Oregon, Notre Dame, Georgia. But then Penn State will blow right through and run Boise State off track. And then Texas will run through Arizona State in the Peach Bowl. That's just my personal opinion. I mean, you look at the lines. Penn State's favored by 11 over Boise. Texas by 13.5 against Arizona State. That might have even gone up. I don't know. But then you got the Rose and the Sugar Bowl, which are the big ones, right? They're bigger than the Fiesta and Peach. um, Ohio State's favored over Oregon, which I guess I could get, but I really like Oregon this year. But it's a 2.5 point spread. And Georgia's only favored by 2 over Notre Dame. You would think it should be bigger, and it probably could be a blowout. I think that's the mystery game right there, because what Notre Dame's going to show up, but also what Georgia's going to show up. But let's say those teams give it their all. I expect in the Sugar Bowl between Georgia and Notre Dame to be a really down to the wire game. And my gut, I like Notre Dame. I really do like Notre Dame this year. They will get to the semifinal on what, January 9th? You got them on 9th and 10th, right? Why they're not on the same night, I don't know, but it is what it is. I just it's hard to pick. I might go back and forth until kickoff on some of these games, and I'll just kind of let you know after the fact, like, hey, this is what I ended up locking in um for the playoffs. I I'm not really confident on any of these games, honestly, other than Boise State and Penn State and Texas, Arizona State. But I think the Rose and the Sugar Bowl, the 2 biggest bowl games, right, out there in the CFP, they they set it up perfectly to get those teams in. Ohio State and Oregon in the Rose Bowl. Who's gonna win? I don't know. That's the granddaddy of them all. That better not disappoint, especially with those teams going at it for a second time this year. And then Notre Dame, Georgia, who's gonna win? I don't know. I don't know. When's the last time they met? regular season, I think, in like 19. And but that was then. Georgia has had some issues this year. Notre Dame's not the team of years past. I don't know who to pick in that game, but I got to pick somebody on the pick'ems, I guess. That's just how it is. That's facts. Anyway, when's baseball start? Change of conversation. I don't know. Looks like February 20th. We got a while. We're not talking baseball tonight or today, this sportive, whatever. We're not doing that. I need to zoom out a little bit on this. We'll do team previews soon in January with teams that have already played their ball game or have seen their last game. Like we could easily start with like Auburn or somebody that didn't even make a bowl, and we'll start in January. I would say let's start after the whole season, but it's gonna be. Am I still at the airport? Yeah, Nana never picked me up, Nate. What's up, buddy? Good morning. Um, if we wait till January 21st, which is the day after the championship, that's going to give us less time to try to cover every Power Four team as far as team previews. And it's going to get busy with school and everything, I know. I want to start now almost. Like, who has played that that's Power Four that I could go ahead and preview their schedule? I guess, I mean, Tennessee, SMU. I mean, you look at playoff teams, Clemson, Indiana. I don't know. I'll leave it up to you guys. Should I wait till the whole season wraps up, or should I go ahead and start on team previews now? Do you want to see them now, or just start like January 1st or 2nd? I might, because it'd be weird to get a 2025 preview out in 2024, right? I might just wait till the year ends. I think I'll do that, but I'll leave it up to you guys. If you have a suggestion on how to go about this, let me know. What's my thoughts on Justice Haynes? Oh, Nate says he'll wait till the end of the season. Okay, I could do that. We'll try to get the off season going with previews then. Thoughts on Justice Haynes to Michigan? I think he's really good. Yeah, you ask if he's really good. He's a former 5-star recruit. He's very nifty, shifty, all the yifties. He's really, really good. He can break through tackles. He does make me think of Najee Harris a little bit. I just don't know if he can hurdle. That's a really big question for me. But I think you're getting a really good back. I think as long as the offensive line holds up, and this goes for any running back out there, if the O line's good, the running back's going to be good. But Justice Haynes to Michigan, I think, is a big pickup for them and their offense. I'm a little bit surprised on the choice of school. I don't know where I expected him to go. Some people said he might go to Georgia or some other big time program. And Michigan's a big time program. Don't get it twisted. I mean, they are still the defending champs, but they've had a rough year. And it's not Jim Harbaugh's show anymore. It's not. He's with the Chargers. It's Sharon Moore. We don't know the trajectory of Michigan going forward, but I do like Justice Haynes at Michigan to have great success and give the offense a spark in the run game. Uh, is he like a Blake Corum type? I don't know. I'd have to go back and look at Blake Corum. I know we just saw him, but Blake Corum, let me try to put this off the top of my head. He was kind of like one of those power backs for me, and he could run really fast. He could truck you. He could hit you in the mouth. Justice Haynes, I guess, could do a little bit of that. He's just so like quick, I guess. I think he's a little bit quicker than Blake Corum. Uh, but I think, look, Justice Haynes at Michigan's a big fit for Michigan. Question is it going to be good for Justice Haynes? I think it's good that they're getting a talent like that. We just got to wait and see overall how does it look for Justice Haynes. Is he in the right atmosphere and environment? with Sharon Moore. I think so. Blake Corum was like a J.K. Dobbins. J.K. Dobbins was pretty good. Yeah, makes you almost makes you think of like a Travis Etienne or somebody that's now in Jacksonville. But when you look at it, I mean, I look at those big backs in the backfield, not like they're big like this, but like they got that muscle on them. And I like to call them power backs. They get the ball, they start running down the field, they'll hit you in the mouth, and they'll keep going until you actually force them to the ground. That's kind of how I viewed J.K. Dobbins and Blake Corum and Travis Etienne and all those guys. Justice Haynes could be the same. He could be. What's his weight and height? Justice Haynes, who's now at Michigan again, I mentioned. He's 5'11", so I don't like the height too much, but 210 is pretty good to hit. He had to fight in the end zone a few times, and he can, you know. I want to know if he's getting eligibility for Michigan in the bowl game, though. I mean, could you imagine him getting eligibility and like playing against Alabama in the final game of the season? His former team. That might be his plan. I don't know. I really don't know, man. I better get off here. I guess Lou's live. So we're gonna get off here. I'm gonna go watch Uncle Lou. I love you guys. I hope everyone had a great Christmas. Hope you have a blessed Friday and a blessed weekend. Pray for me. Traveling to Memphis tomorrow. Some of y'all probably heard why that is, but just in case, I'll keep it a secret for some of y'all. Just if you follow me on Facebook, on my personal Christian Ballard profile, you you're in for a treat Saturday. So I love you guys. Jesus loves you. Happy New Year. And we'll see you here soon at Ballard Sports Media. Let's keep enjoying these playoffs. Hopefully we get some better games this weekend, this next week or whatever. And we got a lot more ball games to talk about too. So we'll keep it in touch here. Won't be live tomorrow. Probably not Sunday. I don't know when I'll see you again. Sometime next week, we'll find some time. I love y'all. Peace out and God.